Black Phone 2 has just hit theaters, and we had the pleasure of going to see it last night, and we're going to talk a little bit about it right here, right now. Shaun, what'd you think of this bad boy?
We started to roll up, and I was... I didn't know if we needed a sequel to the first Black Phone, and I still don't know if we did after seeing it.
I do agree with this. I had the same thoughts because Black Phone 1 was probably one of the best films of that year that came out.
Yeah.
I felt like it was solid all the way through. It was perfect. Great characters, great storyline, great villain. Everything wrapped up in a nice little bow at the end. Then when I heard the sequel, I thought, okay, I guess somebody's going to take over as a grabber, only to see the trailer and go, cool, this is just Nightmare on Elm Street now.
Yeah, but I think also like with a little bit of excitement, because we do need, I don't know, I feel like we're dry on franchise killers and just something to kind of look forward to every couple of years. I mean, we have the Conjuring movies and their spin-offs, but I was kind of looking forward to Ethan Hawke being a new Freddy Krueger. Like, and I think that Black Phone 1 is such a smart, effective horror film that doesn't rely on, there's nothing cheap in Black Phone 1.
No, in Black Phone 1, it does something that I'm quite happy about. The scares in Black Phone 1 are fantastic.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw it in theaters, there's a scene in Black Phone 1 to where one of the kids pops up over his shoulder, and it made like my whole body jump. Worse than whenever we went and saw him.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hoping that this one was going to go that route.
And we get a strong first half for sure. So our character Finney from the first film has obviously been traumatized. He's turned into a bully. He's kind of badass. He's all right.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's a bully as much as he is just tired of everybody talking trash.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. After a couple of hits, some people need to step. Anyways, his sister Gwen is now 16, kind of dating. She's got a boyfriend she's got a boy she likes named Ernesto. And our premise here is that she's getting visions from a girl across time at an alpine lake that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and it immediately feels like very sequel-y.
It does. It does feel like I hate saying this. It feels like when they were writing this, they knew they were in a bit of a struggle to make this storyline work.
Yeah.
So they kind of just went, what if this person in the phone booth was a little closer to him than they thought?
Yeah, and I think that one of the issues with movies that you didn't expect sequels to get is the feeling that they're really pulling and extracting story out of characters that don't really have it in them. Mm-hmm. And I think that the first half of Black Phone 2, I think I feel this in hindsight after seeing the whole movie, because I don't think I felt this way during the first half while I was actively watching it. Because it is really unsettling. They do this thing where Gwen is having dreams about the grabber and some children that die at this alpine camp. And what they do is they do this sinister type thing where they, whether it's through post or if they found some old ass cameras, but it's very effective. The filming style completely changes with their camera blocking, with a graininess, with white noise of tape recording going on in the background.
Basically to show you that you're in his realm. You're in the dream realm.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool at first. And I thought that maybe we would get some kind of meta play where like they would stop telling us it's a dream right now.
I was also hoping for this.
Yeah.
I was hoping there was going to be a bit of a trick to get really good scares out of that to make you comfortable, because you know you're in the dream world, and then snap it on you and be like, nope, it's all changed now.
Yeah, I like the alienation of telling you, hey, we're in dream mode right now,
Yes.
so this is when the scary stuff's going to happen. But what were you going to say?
I was hoping that they would basically show you throughout half of the movie that you're in the dream world, and then halfway through it's, okay, the gloves are off, you never know.
It just kind of melds together,
yes,
right?
And you never know. That's what I was hoping you were going to get with this. but you don't.
Yeah. We do get some very sinister like vibes from this old film grain, and the kills are like the kills that we get and the gore effects are like really good and unsettling. But what happens is this falls into like a really formulaic trap halfway through the film. We get Demian Bashir, who is the Catholic priest in every movie. This guy has been in every Conjuring movie ever.
I think he's in Annabelle 2.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
But I feel like this guy is in a dozen movies.
Yeah. So he plays Mando, and I will go out and say this. I don't know how you feel. I personally thought Mando was the best character in the movie.
I thought Mando was the most interesting character of the movie. I do think that the sisters, Gwen is still my favorite character. But I think that Mando represents this hierarchy and authority that makes the movie feel too safe. And I was really excited. There's a certain scene where he's being harassed by the grabber, and I thought he was gonna die in like a really terrible way. And I was honestly like praying that he died, because the second Mando comes in and he gains the trust of the kids, and he trusts them, and the kids trust him, and he's experienced with what's happened at this camp, and he knows everything, and there's like a good bond here, and I'm like, okay, we're about to just get into every other demon movie ever here. And I loved him as a character, but I was like, this guy needs to fucking die, or else this is gonna fall into some really, really, really formulaic stuff. Spoiler alert, it becomes extremely formulaic in its second half, because Mando does not die, to me.
Well, yes and no. For me, I do understand where you're coming from, and it would cause you to be more interested in the film, because if Mando did die, it is I really liked him. It hurts.
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't, it's kind of okay, this movie's not going to have any risk.
Yes.
And I think that I do agree with you in this film is, I feel like the first movie had a lot more nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever you get to the second half of this film, a lot of weird stuff starts to begin to happen, and I don't know if you picked on this as well. The acting in the second part of this film gets really bad.
Yeah,
really, really bad.
It's really strange, especially with Ernesto, and I mean, Gwen's acting becomes stale too. Finn's becomes like, the intensity of the first half, it's like he has to be super intense in the beginning, but like, I don't know, the second half is less tense, so he seems overacting for what's happening, even though, I don't know. But yes, I agree.
There's a scene, and whenever you go and see this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a scene between Finney, Gwen, and Terrence, their father. And it's supposed to be this really, really emotional scene. And it is horribly acted.
And it's also like blocking weird, because they're standing in like this triangle. They're 20 feet apart, and they're having a very long conversation. And it's just like, Dad, Finn, sister, and I'm like, man, we've spent like 4.5 minutes here talking about this.
It's really awkward on how it works out, because throughout this movie, Finn is trying to protect Gwen.
Yes.
Because Gwen has now been found by the grabber.
Yeah.
The grabber finally shows up. I will say this, the grabber doesn't show up in this movie till about 45 to 50 minutes in.
Ethan Hawke probably did about 3 hours of work on this movie.
It is crazy.
Like, if you think Ethan Hawke is in this movie, he is not in this movie. His voice is in the movie, and then there's one scene where he has really good makeup in a van, and then the rest of the time, it is not Ethan Hawke, and it is just a voiceover.
Yeah, so Ethan Hawke's been attacking Gwen, and this is what causes Finney, Terrence, and Gwen to have this conversation, but Gwen kind of goes after Finney and Terrence in like an attacking type of manner to try to like wake them up to make them help her, but it kind of makes Gwen look bad, in my opinion, because Finney is legit, Finney just saved you.
Yeah. And Gwen also has information in this scene that she should probably lead with.
Yes, 100%. And she doesn't do it until after she makes herself look like an asshole.
I know. And then Jeremy Davies, who was perfectly cast in the first movie, he comes off like, I mean, I am going to be straight up with you. He looks and acts like a stray dog in the barren streets of a third world country in this fucking movie. It is weird.
Odd. When he first shows up, his mullet was crazy in one, don't get me wrong. In this one, his mullet is insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be sober, but he looks far worse
Yeah, he does.
in this movie than when he was an alcoholic in the first one. And so every time he shows up on stream, or on camera, like, I'm laughing at him. Like, it's
like really funny, and it's sad because he has some moments in this movie that are supposed to be like touching and heroic, and you can't really feel that way because he looks so wild in this film. He looks wild. But to hop on to something that we just talked about, I really want to talk about the grabber in this movie.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with the grabber in this film.
Yeah.
I feel like they really kind of messed up with what they did with him. I was not intimidated by the grabber at all in this movie.
Yeah.
In fact, it almost kind of makes him look even weaker in this film.
Yeah.
Because the grabber is now a more Freddy Krueger-like villain.
Yeah.
You could tell that by watching the trailer. But he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah,
He's just kind of there, and he toys with them. He doesn't do anything.
You will be, by the conclusion of the movie, you will be shocked with how many people live in this movie. There is by the end of the movie, the survivors could hold a full-on convention. The body count here is
crazy.
Yeah, it is such a nothing burger on him being intimidating. He's got some gross skate feet that look pretty cool.
Yeah.
And his mask peeling from the trailer happens a little bit more, and it's nice and gooey, but like he's not scary.
No.
I'm so shocked.
I was hoping they were gonna make him scary and really let him become a more Freddy Krueger-like character to basically go after all of them.
Yeah,
but he doesn't.
And you walk into this just hoping for like, I just want a really, really mean movie, and
it is to a certain extent.
And then the second half feels, I mean, even how they vanquish the villain and the final act, it reads like a rated R Goosebumps episode.
It does. It really does. As soon as this movie ended, I was sitting there and I was in my head, I was going, what was that?
Yeah.
And that's because I will say this, the ending of the film is okay.
Yeah,
they do a good job with the end of this. But there's a lot of moments in this that feels like a very awkward roller coaster that you're going on. It's, okay, that was cool. What are we doing here? Oh, hey, that's really cool. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
now?
we're kind of wandering around.
Yes.
And I do think that the ties to the first movie and the reason they are there is like, it's okay. It still feels like a sequel. And this hour 54 runtime, it felt like a 3-hour movie.
It does. This movie could have been 25 to 30 minutes shorter. It probably would have been better for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just like the precedent set by the first one is so creepy, and it's like even after the sequel, I still don't know exactly what he was doing with the kids in the basement. Right? I don't really know, like, I don't know how disturbing this guy is, and that makes him scarier. Right?
Yes, it does.
And in this one, he's just like a meandering,
he's just there.
Demon guy.
There's even a part of it that almost makes it seem like he doesn't understand why he's there either.
Yeah, well, not even that. I think it's for me. There's a scene where he's confrontational with Finn, and this should not be a spoiler, but just a warning. Finn goes, "Why are you here?" And instead of like dangling the carrot, he goes, "I'm gonna kill your sister in front of you."
Yeah,
And it's like, it's just like, okay.
Which,
Yeah.
in all honesty, it's kind of a slap to your face, because Finn should know, because his sister is having nightmares that are linking her to the grabber.
Yeah.
So it should click with Finn pretty quickly, but it kind of doesn't. And then, like Shaun just said, it kind of is I'm gonna kill your sister because guess what? I'm mad because you made me kill my brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if it was a bank robbery movie and at the beginning the robber walks in and the teller goes, "What do you really want?" And and if the guy goes, "I want money so I can get out of here," you'd be like,
okay.
But if the robber went, that's for me to know and for you to find out.
Yeah.
That's so much scarier.
It is.
And this is like 30 minutes in the movie. The grabber goes, "I'm gonna kill you." And it's like, or he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, Finny." And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So like,
It's wild.
Yeah.
It really is oh man, this must have been a tough right here to
Yeah.
get through this. But there is some cool stuff in there. It's just awkward. It definitely comes off as, like Shaun said earlier, hey, it's a sequel.
yeah.
You know, it suffers from the sequelitis.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know, like, I don't know if I would say, if you love Black Phone 1, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be like, don't watch it, you know?
I'm a very middle ground. And you know what? How about this? Let's go ahead and let's put our review on it. Shaun, what do you give this?
Okay. All right.
You want to do the behind the back?
Yeah. Behind the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, okay, I'm sticking mine out.
Okay. Yours is out.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Look.
What'd you get? Wow.
You get a 4. A 4.
I give it a 6, and this is me struggling very hard on this.
Okay.
I give it a 6 mainly because of the ending. I really, really like the ending to this movie. Although I don't like how easily they deal with the grabber. I like what happens at the very end of it. I think it's very, very cool that they do that for their character.
It does have a nice poignancy to it.
It does. I don't like how they changed a lot of the story from the first one to this one with the mom.
To kind of make it fit, yeah.
Yeah, it feels very forced. And I didn't like the grabber in this movie. Honestly, this review might change the more that this goes on, because I started with a 7 on this. And then whenever I woke up this morning, I found more stuff that I didn't like about it.
I think mine is like an anticipatory 4. I think realistically I'm at like a 6 or a 7 right now. But I know I'll never watch it again. And if I do, I'm going to be like, man, that fucking sucked. Like, I'm going to be...
It's a fear, yeah.
Yeah, seeing it at home, like while I'm doing laundry, I'm going to be like, oh man, that blew.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate it because I think that Black Phone, as far as like contemporary horror, is probably a top 10er in the past decade.
Black Phone 1 is fantastic.
And I love Ethan Hawke. I would father his children for sure.
I think Ethan Hawke is... I want to see him do more horror.
Yeah.
Like, he does so well in this genre, and I just want to see more from it. And this could sound really messed up. I hope this wakes up the Wes Craven estate, and they're able to find a script for the next Nightmare on Elm Street movie, because that's what we need. We need Freddy back.
Yeah, we need him back bad.
We need Freddy back.
I thought we were gonna get like some kind of surrogate, but yeah. If you enjoyed Black Phone 1 and you have thoughts on the second one, please leave a comment below. You can also go to patreon.com/hangtime to support this content directly. Go in there and toss down a subscription, and we'd greatly appreciate it. Go check out our latest review.
Go check out VHS Halloween. And there's a reason why. So go watch that review, and then you'll understand why we sent you over there.
You want to see kids die? Okay.
Because you're going to see a lot of that this year. It's weird.
You saying that's weird, too.
Well, it's because all the movies are that way. It does sound weird now that I said that. Because of movies.